Kyle prefers veterans. He feels like it's a better fit. I don't even know if he's always right about that. Like, there is a part of me that wants to say, hey, you're the ones talking about going young. Go with your young guys, trusting your scouts and your drafting. But Kyle doesn't, I think, want to do that. The question is, you want to go to war with the wide receivers that you had and explore the rookie class, some of the younger guys, or do you need another trusted veteran? And it appears a veteran is in town. He flew in yesterday. I don't know if he met with the Niners yesterday or is meeting today. Gabe Davis is apparently in the Bay Area. This is a guy, Larry, who played really well in a good situation in Buffalo, had an awesome postseason in 2021. And then he played less than well in a bad situation in Jacksonville, where, find me the Jaguar who had a great year last year, 27 touchdowns over 4 years with the Bills, got signed by you-know-who, and then things started going wrong, Lowry. He played 10 games, caught 20 passes, 239 yards, 2 touchdowns, tore his meniscus, and that was all she wrote for his time in Jacksonville. Gabe Davis meeting with the 49ers. How interested are you?
Interested. You don't have Aiyuk, you don't have Deebo, Ricky Pearsall. Everybody loves to cite what Ricky Pearsall did in the last 2 games. How about cite what he did in the previous 6 games? Yeah, well, he did nothing. So, we can all hope on, hope is not a plan. We can hope that Ricky's the guy. We can hope that Cowing's the guy. But until they're the guy, they're not the guy. And standing today, they're not the guy. So that's, I would say, a major concern for the 49ers is who is going to be on the outside at receiver, because you can't wait until November to start winning games. You can't be like, well, you know what? We got Aiyuk, but he's not going to be back until Thanksgiving. So we'll just hang loose. No, you'll be hanging out. You'll be done if you wait for Aiyuk. So this is what you have. You have Juwan Jennings, great guy, tough as hell, slow as shit. You have Ricky Pearsall, who's in year 2, and
a mega question mark.
He should be a whole lot better. He should be a whole lot better, but, who knows? You just don't know. Jacob Cowing did very little last year. I really thought Jordan Watkins, the rookie from Ole Miss, looked good in the minicamp. They signed Demarcus Robinson, but he's likely to miss the first 3 weeks because of a DUI suspension. Everybody else, like Trent Taylor, is not NFL. Tariq Owens is not NFL. Russell Gage is no longer NFL. So you can put a line through those 3 guys. You have Junior Bergen, who's a really good return guy, who's a 7th-round pick, who's probably going to make the team unless he really falls on his face.
Isaiah Nayer got positive headlines from this weekend.
Well, he had the highlight. It was a go pattern down the right sideline, and this guy's got 4.4 speed. He's 6'4", 220. He's got 35-inch arms. He's got 40-inch vertical, and he needed all of that extension to get this pass, Damon, that they let him. It was almost like one of the coaches said, "Hey, man, we got this freak of nature sitting here. Lead him, and let's see if he can go get it." Because one of the
high point, this son of a bitch.
It's like, let's see what we got. It's like, right. and it was like, I forget which quarterback it was. I think it might have been Mordecai, but he truly led him. Like, I would say he led him, Damon, 5 yards past where, he probably should have normally been his catch radius. And this guy saw the ball in the air, had that extra juice, extended his 35-inch arm, kind of leaped out there and made the catch and kept his feet and kept running. It was the highlight of the day. So,
he didn't fall down and get up and
no, he didn't. No, he didn't dive. He caught it. He caught it dead run though, full 35-inch arm tipped right to him. So it was a beautiful catch. It was the highlight of the workout. I mean, that or Corey Kiner had a really nice run. But so you get Junior Bergen and you get Isaiah Nayer, and then the wild card here is Isaiah Hodgins, who also is a Bay Area kid. He went to Berean, played at Oregon State, played for the New York Giants, has had some brief success. He's not a burner. He's not a fast guy. He's a possession receiver only, who can work the sideline, but he's big. He's 6'4", 6'5", with great hands. So you have, Pearsall, Jennings, and then you can't count Aiyuk. You can't count Robinson, at least initially. I don't know that you can depend on Watkins, though obviously he's going to make the team. He's a 4th-round pick. So there's 3 receivers. I don't know what Cowing's going to be, but maybe he makes the team. He was last year's 4th-round pick. So that would be 4 receivers. And then I would say Bergen is probably your 5th receiver. And my guess would then be Isaiah Nair would be the 6th receiver or a practice squad guy.
Right.
Which,
you haven't had DeMarcus Robinson yet, but he's in the mix.
He's in the mix, but like he can't be there initially.
Right.
So like back to Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis, I really liked him in college, right? He played at Central Florida. The Bills drafted him. He's an interesting guy, Damon, because he's big. He's a big-bodied guy. 6'2", very strong. But he really doesn't have that burst off the line of scrimmage that makes you go, ooh, look at that receiver. He's never really had it. And he's got kind of tight hips, but this has been a very productive player. I mean, the guy had multiple touchdowns 5 times in 2019 as a college player. You mentioned what he did in his amazing 2021 performance in the playoffs against Kansas City. He's a big target. He's had outstanding production, and he's played down the field. He's made plays down the field. He doesn't have great 40 time. He ran for the stopwatch Damon 4.54, which is, pedestrian. And the 10-yard split was 1.56. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good 1-yard split or 10-yard split at 1.56. And a pretty good lower body explosiveness, 35-inch vertical, 10.4 broad on a 6'2", 216-pound receiver.
By the way,
I like him.
Are these just did it measurements? You going back to the combine for this? Because he's 5 years down the road from those numbers, so
yeah, but so he's not faster. I mean, right. None of these guys are faster. My point is he's probably a 4.6 40 guy now, and so he's not a burner. So if the Niners needed speed and they got it in Jordan Watkins and they have it coming back in Cowing, this doesn't represent that. But now you've got your every box is checked. You got your go pattern guy, you got this guy, you got that guy. Now it's time to, all right, we're going to play in week 1 against somebody who's going to actually line up. And this guy's got a good catch radius. He's really smooth, burst at the stem, so he gains ground. He's not a run after the catch dynamo, Damon, so don't expect throw it to him 5 yards and watch Gabe Davis go the distance. No.
Well, and again, he tore his meniscus last year, so I don't want to call him damaged goods or anything like that. But here's the thing. Well, I sign him if I'm the 49ers too.
Work him out. I mean, find out.
You want to take a real good look at him, and if you like what you see, you go ahead and sign him. And look, I'm not trying to put Kyle Shanahan in a box that he's never going to get out of. But what is past is prologue. And what you know about a guy, you either assume he's either changed dramatically philosophically or he's the same guy who he always was. Kyle Shanahan is reluctant to put any first or really even second-year wide receiver out on the field with full trust and faith and getting it right and running the offense. These guys are far and few between. I could see Kyle Shanahan not falling in love with everybody who plays wide receiver on his team. So, yeah, bring in Gabe Davis. You got the money to do it. I think there's an incentive to do it. I think it's the player that, again, Kyle prefers veterans. He feels like it's a better fit. I don't even know if he's always right about that. Like, there is a part of me that wants to say, hey, you're the ones talking about going young. You're the ones talking about wiping your slate of, irresponsible spending and just getting back to normal from a monetary standpoint. Go with your young guys. Trust in your farm system. Trust in your scouts and your drafting. But Kyle doesn't, I think, want to do that, Larry.
I think if Ricky Pearsall had not been shot and he had been ready to go, I think Ricky Pearsall probably would have played right away. He's not. I mean, Kyle, first of all, is very, very tough on the quarterback and the receivers and the running backs. I mean, Bobby T's really tougher on the running backs, obviously. But Kyle, as a former receiver, is very tough on the receivers, and he's very tough on the quarterbacks. And his expectations are through the roof. They're very, very high.
It's why the 49ers offense is pretty damn good, even when it's not even that good. Thanks for watching. Tune into the Damon Bruce Show live on YouTube every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific.